movies that come out on streaming services still get, I think, a 2 week window or so where they're in theaters so that they can be eligible for nominations. And it's pretty sad that Frankenstein is probably going to be seen on a living room screen for 99% of people who watch it, because the incredible strength of this movie is how insanely beautiful it is. The decor of the laboratory, the estate, the wood, the forest castle, cottage, these are like unbelievable. The way this looks is extraordinary. This movie 100% thrives when Oscar Isaac is on screen. I think it's basically like a 2 act structure. And I think the second half does lag tempo wise a little bit. I think that's kind of to some degree Victor Frankenstein not being in it as much, but also just like the sober kind of sensitive nature of the second part of it. While I guess it is good to establish the way that they want to show the monster, it is not as fun to watch and it drags a fair amount. It really struck me during the course of this that while it can sometimes be hard to take seriously how sensitive and emotional the Jacob Elordi Frankenstein monster is, I did kind of realize that if you think about when this book came out, this is Victorian England. Like, this is like the king of, this is like the prime era for sensitive young men. So I really felt like when I was watching it that Del Toro understands Frankenstein at some level better than it ever has been shown before on screen. That's not to say that it's easy to take seriously how like somber and serious and sensitive the monster is. Sometimes that feels really weird. And can sometimes also be like really, really hilarious. So overall, the first half of this is extraordinary. It's so fun to watch. It is beautiful. The sets and decor are as good as it gets. The music is extraordinary. I'm going to be looking up who Alexandre Desplat is, because it is just so lavish and rich and truly incredible. So it was really, really enjoyable to watch. It definitely drags in the second half, and it feels like there are some like tempo pacing errors that maybe they just didn't have the coverage they wanted. Sometimes like the causation for the second half of the tale is kind of missing a step or two. It feels like those are to some degree sort of like a rhythmic mistake, or they just didn't exactly get the coverage they wanted. And it is sometimes hard to take seriously, but this is like one of the most beautiful movies I've seen in a while. And I don't know, I love watching his movies.